Welcome back to Horror Movies.
Today, I will be showing you a Japanese teen horror film from 2019 titled School Life. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie starts with a scene showing a bunch of students coming out from school, followed by another scene where the main character of the movie, Kurumi, runs at the playground. Kurumi goes to Megarageoka Private School, where she has a crush on one of the eye candy boys. She is a good track and field athlete, but she falls over when she sees her handsome crush senpai Katsuragi. Because of the incident, Kurumi ends up in the clinic to have her bruises seen by Miss Megumi Sakura, who is a teacher and also works as a part-time nurse. Kurumi is a regular visitor at the clinic, so Megumi has already become her confidant along with another student, Yuki, who is also prone to illness. In the next scene, Kurumi meets senpai and falls down the bicycle in the excitement of seeing her crush so close. Because of this, they end up returning to their home together. On the way, they talk about their school degree and other things. Getting a chance to interact with her crush makes Kurumi extremely happy. The next day, after she reaches school, she goes to Miss Megumi to tell her everything about the encounter with senpai. Yuki is also there listening to Kurumi's talk with Miss Megumi. Yuki suggests Kurumi confess her love to senpai in a playful manner and also mocks Kurumi about her situation. Miss Megumi then advises Kurumi to be brave and wishes her the best. She then decides to leave them when she gets a call from the horticultural club president, Yuuri. Afterward, Miss Megumi asks Kurumi and Yuki to join the horticultural club as they seemed impressed with the thing that is being done on the rooftop. Then, Yuuri, Yuki, and Megumi become friendly with each other and they start spending time together. They cook and eat together with Miss Megumi as they all belong to the school living club. After Yuki desires to have onions, they decide to harvest them at their rooftop garden. Yuki collects some onions and returns to her classroom to show them to her friends. Later, it is revealed that Yuki's classmates are just her imagination. In fact, there is no one in the classroom and it is a total mess. The curtains are covered with bloodstains, the window glasses are shattered, and the desks and chairs are all broken. We then get to see the students who have turned into zombies and are roaming around the school premises. Now, the three girls and Miss Megumi have the task to fortify their rooftop base from the zombies. They start living on the rooftop with the food and materials available there. After a few days, they start running out of supplies, so Yuuri and Kurumi are forced to venture down to get provisions from the kitchen. They carry some ping pong balls along with a spade and a wooden bat to fight back with the zombies. On their way down to the kitchen, they encounter a few zombies. They use the ping pong balls to distract the zombies with their sound so that they can make their way through. Despite their efforts, they come face to face with some zombies, and on seeing them Yuuri goes numb. At first, Kurumi is attacked by the zombie. Yuuri is looking at all this but is afraid to save Kurumi. She also has no clue about a zombie standing behind her. Kurumi fights back for herself and then comes to the rescue of Yuuri, who is being dragged by the zombie. They somehow get into the kitchen, get their supplies and also find another girl hiding in the cupboard. The girl's name is Miki and she is now taken to their school living club. After reaching the rooftop, Yuki checks Miki's body parts to check if she is infected by the zombies or not. After they conclude that she is not infected, they introduce themselves to Miki. Later, they gather to have food, and Yuuri gets excited seeing spaghetti for the meal. There, Miki becomes quite surprised as she finds Yuki cheerful and happy despite the strange circumstances. She is then explained by others that Yuki has sort of broken down with the thing that is going around and she lives in her own world without zombies. For a while, they get used to living like this on the top floor. One day, Miki gets a bag and starts collecting some of the useful items from the teachers' rooms. While she is collecting all this, she is caught red-handed by Kurumi. She informs Miki that all the school compound is filled with zombies and there is no chance that she will be able to escape away from there alone. However, Miki resists her intervention and says that they can't just wait for others to save them. She explains that they should take action immediately before their accessories and food runs out. Kurumi then tries to convince Miki that they should work together as a unit to survive here. At night, while Miki, Kurumi, and Yuuri are having a discussion about the act of Miki, Yuki is seen sat outside listening to the argument. Inside, Miki blames everyone for being so cheerful and happy despite the situation going around. Yuuri then starts explaining to her about the incident which made them stay in the school forming the club. The scene shifts back to the day when the incident happened. Yuuri, Yuki, and Megumi, who is fondly known as Megune, are looking down from the rooftop when they see a commotion on the ground. There they see students running on one another and biting each other. Seeing all this, Katsuragi suggests Kurumi run, but Kurumi goes dumbstruck with the situation. For the sake of saving Kurumi, Katsuragi runs as fast as he can to reach her and drags her upstairs. While doing so, they meet other students who seem to have turned into voracious zombies. The brave Katsuragi covers Kurumi with his arms but gets bitten by a zombie. Against all odds, Kurumi manages to drag Katsuragi up to the rooftop, and Megumi, Yuki, and Yuuri finally shut the door. Later, Yuki sees the bite mark on Katsuragi and she warns Kurumi to get away from him, as he is already bitten by a zombie, which means he is also infected. Katsuragi himself warns Kurumi and tells her to get away from him before he fully turns into a zombie. He also confesses that he likes Kurumi. After some time, he turns into a zombie, and a heartbroken Kurumi hits him with a shovel. Later, to make the students feel cheerful, Megumi forms the club known as School Living Club. In the present, Yuki is always with Megumi, whereas other girls have to hunt and patrol for zombies. Although they are successful to live the day and things are going pretty well up there at the rooftop, Miki is not happy with their situation and she is secretly wishing for the zombies to attack them. She also wants to find out whether other people too have survived or not. The next day, Miki decides to leave the school by herself. To put her plans in motion, she plays music in the school's sound system to get the zombies' attention away from the gates. While she tries to run away from the school, Yuki sees her and follows her, while requesting her not to leave. However, Miki doesn't listen to her pleas and tries to find the car, whose key she got in the teacher's room. Kurumi and Yuuri rush to the broadcast room and turn off the music. Suddenly, the zombies' attention shifts to Miki and Yuki, and they get into trouble. Later, Kurumi and Yuuri get to know about the situation and they immediately take action to help them. Kurumi comes to their rescue and asks them to hurry towards the entrance. At last, they are finally able to divert the zombies' attention with the help of sports day music and successfully rescue Miki and Yuki. Later, Miki feels guilty about the things she did but is cheered up by Yuki. Because of this, the connection between the girls grows even deeper. Miki too starts collaborating with other members of the group. The next day, Kurumi and Miki have to go to the school warehouse for more provisions. On their way, they encounter more zombies and they fight back together like a team. They become successful to kill all of them and clear the way to the warehouse. As a surprise, they find out that the warehouse is still well stocked with canned foods and almost everything a school would need to take care of its students. While moving the supplies, Kurumi gets a flashback of the events where Katsuragi helped her to get rid of the zombie and got himself bitten by the zombie. This makes Kurumi sad and she becomes distracted from the fact that she is being attacked by the zombie. As she is about to be bitten, Yuuri saves her. They then take the provisions and use materials to barricade themselves further from the zombies. In this way, their life goes on. They spend their time happily, playing with each other and helping one another in need. The time passes and now it is autumn. They decide to hold an autumn festival just like it used to happen before. Everyone starts preparing for it, keeping the decoration as a surprise for Megumi. While they are celebrating and spending time together, sharing each other's hopes and dreams, their celebration is interrupted by a loud commotion of the fire alarm. They together come out of the room and try to figure out what is going on, and upon investigation, they find that the zombies have gotten through the building. As one of the zombies is playing with a lighter, it sets the school on fire. When they try to escape from the building, they draw the attention of the zombies and get separated when zombies come in their way. Kurumi tells the others to run and tries to hold down the zombies. During this time, Yuki runs with Megumi while Yuuri and Miki are fighting off zombies. At this point, the zombies are everywhere and are on fire. On the other hand, Kurumi is cornered and she is on top of the pedestal. She is surrounded by the zombies and she realizes that it is a hopeless case. Suddenly, the spirit of Senpai appears next to her, telling her that he liked her because of her attitude of never giving up and that she perseveres in anything that she does. This inspires Kurumi and she realizes that she is a good athlete and can easily jump over the zombies and run. Thus, Kurumi finally gets the courage to fight zombies. She jumps out of that place where she is surrounded by the zombies and starts fighting them. She clears every zombie that comes in her way and gets past them easily. Then she goes to the place where Yuuri and Miki are hiding. She finds out that the situation has gotten pretty worse. Just when she assumes that her friends are no more, she hears some sounds coming from the corner. She sees that Yuuri and Miki are still fighting with all their strength and courage to protect themselves from getting bitten by the zombies. Kurumi joins them and fights zombies that are trying to attack Yuuri and Miki. After a long tussle, they finally clear all the zombies. Thus, Kurumi, Miki, and Yuuri become successful in surviving the zombie onslaught. However, they become startled when they realize that Yuki is missing. On the other hand, there is not a single mention of Megumi. Later, they find Yuki, and the story further opens up by revealing that the healthy Megumi has only been Yuki's imagination all along. Megumi had already turned into a zombie a long time before when she was bitten in the clinic. All this time Yuki was imagining Megumi by herself. Later, the girls see the zombified Megumi approaching them, so Kurumi plunges the shovel into Megumi and helps her out of this misery. After this incident, Yuki comes out of her own zombie-free world and then realizes that things have become pretty worse. She also gets to know that Miss Megumi has already turned into a zombie and is no longer with them. She gets sad and frustrated by seeing this, and Kurumi and other friends try to console her. In the next scene, all 4 girls realize that the zombies have run rampant into the school and that they have broken the water system, electricity, and also have damaged the food supply. They also find that it is no longer viable to stay at school and decide to leave. Before leaving, they plan to organize the graduation ceremony for themselves. Afterward, Yuuri, Yuki, Miki, and Kurumi gather together in a classroom and celebrate their graduation by presenting themselves with a certificate and congratulating each other. They remember all the hurdles and struggles they went through and become happy by realizing that they have survived to date due to their unity, grit, and determination. Finally, they sing a farewell song together and leave the school in a car after packing all their belongings. Before leaving school, Kurumi also remembers her crush senpai and pleads him goodbye with a heavy heart. While driving, they encounter other zombies and it seems that the whole city is destroyed due to this zombie outburst. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.